at the last module, which is part 3, the pair work. Or it's also a discussion between you and your partner. So remember, when we start part 3, instead of looking at the examiner, you would want to shift your body a little bit to face your friend, and your friend will also shift face you. Because if we don't physically shift our body, we tend to look at the examiner and we tend to at least speak to the examiner. But part 3 does not ask you, or the exam is not about you speaking to the examiner anymore. Part 3 is about you discussing with your partner. So remember, once part 3 starts, the first thing you do is just shift your body and look at your partner. So now let's begin. What's the format and the timing? In part 3, you and your partner will discuss a topic together. Okay, the examiner gives a situation, some notes or for the situation, then ask you to make a decision together. There will be 2 minutes given for discussion and 1 minute for decision making. What is being tested? What are you tested on? In part 3, it checks whether you can share ideas naturally. See, sharing ideas means when you're sharing ideas, you're not really speaking to an examiner. You are actually speaking to your friend, your partner. Next, respond to your partner's opinions. So later on, we're going to see how do you show that you are actually responding to your partner's opinions. Finally, you need to work together to reach a conclusion. So those are the three things that you are being tested on for part 3. First of all, you need to know 2 minutes goes by quickly. So this is 2 minutes of discussion, not the deciding part, but the discussion part. If you talk too long alone, your partner won't have time to speak. And if you talk too little, it will look like you cannot contribute into the conversation. So you have to aim for short, clear turns. You have to practice turn taking. About 3 to 4 sentences each, and then let your partner speak. So if you were to break it down into seconds, it will be the same as part 2, the module before, where you speak on each bullet point for 10 to 20 seconds. In part 3, you will speak on each content point for 10 to 20 seconds. Well, there are 6 content points, but I want you to remember that you do not have to use all 6. 4 is enough. Do not use too little. Try to use 4, 5, or 6. Okay? So part 3, you must remember that part 3 is not an individual presentation. It's teamwork. So you must learn turn taking, you must share ideas, you have to listen actively and help the discussion flow. So in this video, we'll learn how to share speaking time, which is turn taking, share speaking time fairly, and make the conversation sound natural. Let's start with turn taking. For turn taking, what it means is don't talk a full minute without stopping. So there are 6 content points. Do it one by one. Do not do 1 plus 1. Do it 1 and then pass it to your friend. And your friend does 1 and pass it back to you. At the end of the explanation of each of your content point, you will ask your partner what they think. Okay, you will ask your partner what they think. Hold on. Okay. Next, there's something called adding value. Okay. Adding value is where you show the examiner that you are listening to your partner and you know what he's talking about. Adding value is not just saying, yes, I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you is the most basic way of showing that you understand. If you want to score high marks, you must not stop at yes, I agree with you. You must add value to the conversation. Just speaking to a friend something, you will definitely add something. You can agree or you can disagree. That makes the conversation grow. And that is what adding value means. You don't just repeat the points, add details, or you add a different angle. You use phrases like, I see your point. That's interesting, but have you thought about? Or you can say, I agree, and we could also. Later, we are going to see how all these things work. So remember, good teamwork equals to short turns plus active listening plus adding something new each time. After you've done the discussion, you're going to go to a phase called making a decision. After this, we're going to see how everything plays out. Now I'm just sharing with you the theory of it. Okay. So you are discussing for 2 minutes, and there are 6 points on one single issue. After the 2 minute discussion, okay, again, then there's a typo. It's discussion, not discussion. A discussion. You need to reach a conclusion with your partner. Here's how to do it smoothly. Okay. So anyone, either the candidate, the first candidate or the second candidate, can give his or her decision first. You have to use clear language when suggesting choice. For example, you can say, I think we should choose. Or you can say, shall we agree on? And also you can say, it seems like what is the best option. And if you and your partner already agree, you just confirm. We both agree that what is the best option. So let's choose that. Okay, that is first. And then you have your different ideas where you choose one and your partner chooses another one. And then you both agree to the points that you choose. So there is not only 1 point of agreement, but 2 points of agreement. You have to remember we said this is not about who's right and who's wrong. This is your opinion. If you say that you believe the certain point is the most popular, but the other person says another point is, do not quarrel who is right and who is wrong. Just agree to disagree. Is at the conclusion, you both agree that there are two important points. Okay, so you can say, you make a good point, but I feel what is the thing. And then you say, let's combine our ideas and agree that both of these are important.